Hey everyone, David from Sunday Sounds here. Today we're talking all about ambient drone pads and how you can use them to improve the sound of your live worship band. During this video, you'll learn how you can add an ambient pad to your mix using the Tonic Pad Player in Sunday Keys. You'll learn how to leverage the features of Tonic to both blend in with and glue together the sound of your live band. Now you may have heard the term ambient pad before, or MP3 pads or drone pads, but not know exactly what that means. We're going to dive right in and break this concept down for you today. So let's get started. I'm using the Sunday Keys template, the newest version, which is a worship keys template available in MainStage and Ableton Live formats. Sunday Keys comes with all the worship key sounds you can need. You can play those live, but it also comes with a drone pad player called the Tonic Pad Player. I'm going to be demonstrating how you can use ambient pads today in the MainStage format of Sunday Keys. All the features I'm going to be talking about in the MainStage version are also available in the Ableton Live format for today. So let's start off with why you would use a drone pad when you could just play a pad yourself. And really, what is an ambient pad even doing in the mix? So most ambient pads consist of some combination of the 1, the 5, maybe an octave on top of whatever key you're playing in, and they're designed to sit in the background and drone, right? That's why they're called drone pads. And that might not sound like a very musical thing at first glance if this is a concept that's new to you, but with the right sound, the right preset, and the right sort of voicing and style of ambient pad, what these drone pads can do in the mix is sort of sit underneath and glue everything else together, even the other key sounds that you are playing. So in Sunday Keys, the Tonic Pad Player is this entire section right here. This button turns Tonic on and off. You can select different presets here. You can adjust the fade time, which is how long it takes for transitions to both presets and key changes to take place, so they're really smooth and subtle, or they can happen pretty abruptly with a shorter fade time. Here you can select the key of whatever song you're playing in so that the Tonic Pad matches the key. And lastly, we have the Transform Pad, where you can sculpt the sound of your selected preset in real time. To the right, opens up the filter, which results in a brighter sound. To the left is a darker sound. Moving it up adds shimmer, and moving it down takes shimmer out of the mix. So right now we're at the warm preset. This is sort of the meat and potatoes ambient pad that will work for any song, any modern worship context, and we're in the key of C. So I'm just going to turn Tonic on and see how this sounds. So you notice that pad fades in slowly over time. It doesn't immediately take over the mix. And then over time, the sound of this pad just sort of subtly evolves and moves in the background without ever really standing out too much. So if the question is, why use a drone pad when you can play one yourself or add a pad to the key sounds that you bring to the table? Let me just demonstrate how I can have the Tonic Pad Player bringing this warm preset in the key of C, and then play some live key sounds over the top of it. So I've got a layered patch in Sunday Keys here pulled up. Let me show you how this sounds. Notice how that tonic pad just sort of sits underneath everything I'm doing. If I build up dynamically, that pad's still just sitting underneath. It's not getting in the way of what I'm doing at all. So now let's say that we've wrapped up a song. We want to move to the next one. The Tonic Pad Player is just staying underneath the mix, gluing everything together. If we were going from one song in the key of C to another song in the key of C, Tonic is going to nail that transition for us. And that's one of the best things that ambient pads can do for you in the mix, is help to smooth out those transitions. So sometimes you don't want a solid break in the sound of the band, and ambient pads can cover that space really nicely. So we're right into this next song now. Change again, one more song, one more patch change. And notice how whatever chords I'm hitting in the key of C, that ambient pad isn't clashing because it's designed and voiced to correlate and sit really nicely underneath everything that I could play. And this is going to be true of the vast majority of modern worship songs and progressions. So this is also absolutely true if you're going to jump to a new song and it's in a new key. So let's go to the key of F. Listen to this transition. This fade time set to 10 seconds gently fades out that key of C and fades the key of F in for a seamless transition. And now we're in the key of F. Ended that song in the key of F, and we're going to jump to a new key. Let's say we want this transition to be a little bit quicker. Let's go to the key of A, and those keys aren't quite as complementary, so maybe we want this transition to happen a little bit faster. So we're going to select the key of A. And that fade happens nice and quick over just a few seconds. We're not going to dwell on it for too long. So the Tonic Pad helps to glue things together and set the foundation for your band, and even for particular songs or moments. And to make this even easier, you can choose from 12 different Tonic Pad presets. Each of those is a totally unique sound. So everything I've demonstrated so far is just the warm preset, preset 1. I'm going to turn Tonic back on, still in the key of A, and I'm going to go up to the next preset, Bright. I'm going to open up the filter as well, so you can hear that brightness. Changes between presets are also nice and seamless. They fade in and fade out in the same way that key changes do. One of the most important things about ambient pads being done right is that everything is smooth, nothing is jumpy or super noticeable to folks listening out in the congregation. So you've got 12 different presets to choose from, each bringing a unique character to the mix. So you can find one preset that works the best for your band or for a given configuration of your band. Or what a lot of folks do is choose a different preset for one or two songs in a set list to bring something specific to the atmosphere that the band is going for. And there's all sorts of different textures available here. This preset for choir is one of my favorite ones. So I've got a piano sound here, and even just with a piano sound alone in tandem with a different Tonic Pad preset, you can really find that it'll take the atmosphere into a different place. So here's this choir preset and just a solo piano. I can select a different preset, and it's going to go somewhere a little bit different. So for times of underscoring where you just want to focus in, play a piano, the ambient pad is just going to be constant, filling space with just a subtle motion underneath. And I could also select a different patch in my patch list. another preset. Change patches again. And we've really got the full spectrum of atmosphere here covered across these 12 presets, from simple and very static, very subtle, to more complex and evolving with a sense of motion and animation, and lots of space in between. This one's one of my favorites, and it's one of the more complex presets for sure. Let's go to a new key here. Select the key of E. Go back to this piano if we want it. So you can cover all sorts of different spaces with the built-in Tonic Pad presets, but you can further dial each of these in by adjusting the amount of shimmer and the filter cutoff, which is located here. So as I move to the left, the sound's going to get darker. As I move up, the amount of shimmer is going to increase. And towards that top right corner is the most aggressive and bright. And there's all sorts of different character in between. How these presets are going to respond to different shimmer and filter settings varies a lot based on the specific preset selected as well. So you can really explore and find just the right tone for you. This can be a set it and forget it control, or you can use it to dynamically change the space the pad fills as your band ebbs and flows dynamically. So you could start down here, and then as your arrangement builds, you could bring that up and add some additional brightness. This is one of the areas we see people get hung up on using ambient pads the most, where they're not sure of a way they can implement them in a way that doesn't lock them in. They want to still have some freedom to be able to go places, to be able to fit the exact right space. And sometimes just playing an MP3 pad back feels a little bit rigid and like it's not going to be responsive to what your band is doing. It's part of what makes an interface like the Tonic Pad Player so powerful, because you are in control of every detail at all times. You can do as much or as little as you feel need to fill the right amount of space and to serve the needs of your band. The result hopefully is a smoother, more engaging worship experience and worship service for folks in your congregation. And you also always have control to bring the tonic pad out. You can fade it out slowly over time. You can bring it out really quickly if you need to for a break or something like that. You have all of that control available to you as well. Now, like I said before, one of the ways Tonic can be so helpful is by staying constant through patch changes, especially when those changes correspond with transitions between songs. But you can also set Tonic up to automatically change to a different key or pad preset when you select a specific patch. This feature is really useful for folks who do want to plan out their set list pretty specifically in advance and then want to simply switch patches and see all those changes happen seamlessly and automatically. Because of the way Tonic is designed, those automatic changes will still smoothly fade between presets and keys. So in Sunday Keys, you can set this up via an included tool that we call Tonic Automator. You set it up on your patches, designate the settings that you'd like, and then when you select those patches, Tonic is automatically going to jump to those settings. So I'm going to go ahead and start up Tonic here with just some random settings. Here we are. So now I'm going to select these 4 different patches in my patch list, and each one is going to trigger specific Tonic Pad settings. So I'm going to select this first patch and watch what happens. This actually fades out the Tonic Pad. It's designed to turn it off. So this is perhaps the beginning of my set list or the ending of a first song where we're going to be changing keys. Now I'm going to select my next patch. This gives us preset 1, the warm preset in the key of G, and turns the pad on, with a fade time set to 5 seconds. Next patch. This keeps us in the key of G, but it changes to preset 5, which is the organ pad. It also brings up the filter brightness a little bit, so maybe this is a larger moment of the same song, or maybe the second song in a set list that's also in the key of G. And of course, I can go back and forth, and these settings are going to blend seamlessly together. Folks in the congregation aren't going to notice these changes, they're going to feel them more than hear them. But the result is a smoother sound for your band with these transitions really glued together nicely. Last one brings us a key change and a preset change to the key of D, and it brings the fade time to 10 seconds, so it's a nice slow transition. Now, with this knowledge in mind, understanding how ambient pads are designed to work and how important it is to give yourself a way to use them with flexibility where you can respond to the needs of your band per song or per set list, you can explore using ambient pads in your own band. Leave a comment and let us know how you like to best approach using drone pads and whether you found the practice helpful for you. There's a link in the description if you'd like to learn more about the Sunday Keys template, which includes the Tonic Pad Player that I've used for demonstrating everything you've seen today. And your download comes with not just MainStage, but also the Ableton Live format of Sunday Keys. If you're a worship leader or a worship keys player who wants to improve the sound of your band, consider subscribing to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.